What's going on, everybody? It's your man DriftSpeaks. Hope you enjoy yourself. Hope you had a good day. Make sure you go ahead and ease up on that like button coming on into the room. Anyways, let's get into the topic on hand. Is Pyramid Head overpowered? And let's go ahead and to get to that answer, we're going to go through the basics of Pyramid Head. Let's go ahead and start off with the basics. The first thing about Pyramid Head you need to know is that he is a tall killer with a 32-meter tear radius. He moves at 115% movement speed, or 4.6 meters per second. Whenever he's using his torment trails, he's moving at 4.4 meters per second, or 110 movement speed. But all that is neither here nor there. That is all some basic stuff. That sounds like some regular stuff right there. I would say he is not overpowered in just the basics. And let's move over to his power. His power is going to be, he has the rights of judgment. He has his torment trails. He also has the cages
where it's like she can't throw the pallet.
He also has the mini mores. This man got a whole gang of abilities, man. Like way more abilities than every other killer. But we're not gonna call him overpowered yet. We ain't gonna slap the label on. We're gonna do our research. We're gonna go ahead and do our due diligence to make sure that he is definitely overpowered. But starting off, he already has like 2 extra abilities that all other killers ain't got, man. This man already got hella abilities. Anyways, but let's continue. Let's go ahead and talk about his his main power, his main ability, his main power, which is going to be the punishment of the damned, which is going to be the projectile beam that he shoots out of his whenever he puts his sword on the ground, he shoots the beam out. The beam itself, a lot of you may not know, the beam itself is actually 8 to 10 meters long. I couldn't get an accurate depiction on which one it is, but it's 8 to 10 meters in length. It's a projectile, and it cannot be stopped by any surface on the map. Pretty much when they create this power, I would imagine they did this as an anti-looping, what's called power. And this power is very strong when it comes to windows, pallets, unhooks, all that good stuff, man. Like he can hit both survivors. He can hit the whole team if they lined up right.
Oh my god.
And everybody can take damage, and that makes the potential of the power makes it incredibly strong. Let's move over to his next ability. His next ability is going to be his torment trails, or what they call the rights of judgment.
I don't think it's really worth the like.
Whenever he's in the rights of judgment, that's whenever he's dragging his sword on the ground, and it creates like these little trail or something. And pretty much if you touch it, you become tormented. You also scream, giving away your location, which is already some damn good benefits, man. He's already got what's called the torment. You become tormented. You get the torment status effect if you step in it. You scream if you step in it. You become moreable if you step in it, or if you already been on the hook twice. Which is called you're then eligible to be thrown in a cage, which we'll get to next. I mean, that's already hella abilities, man. That's crazy. So, but anyways, but we're still not gonna slap him with the label. All right. So getting back to what I was saying. All right, so what's called, and whenever survivors step into the trails, pretty much they become tormented. They scream, giving up the location, and the survivor gains torment status. The killer himself, he can lay down 100 meters of that torment trail, and pretty much after 100 meters, it just starts replacing itself, kind of like the hag whenever she puts down the traps, and you just keep putting down traps. You know what I mean? Now here's one of my biggest issues with this perk. There's no way to cleanse the tormented ability, man. Like, what kind of, like, once you become tormented, even if you get away, you're just always tormented no matter what. There is no untormenting yourself, which I think is some bull. So, anyways, but continue on. Let's go on to the cages. So, while survivors under the torment effect, they can be put into a cage in the dying state. And to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like that is powerful all in itself, man. Like, if you are in a slugging move, like if you are running infectious fright or something, you down one survivor, you can quickly throw them in a cage and you can get straight to the next survivor. The snowball potential is crazy with cages now being introduced, because the cages only take like less than a second to go and pop them in a cage, man.
Where it's like she can't throw the pallet.
Pretty much you pop them in a cage, they go to the opposite side of the map, and the trade-off good part of it is that I'm pretty sure it's anti-tunneling, because whenever they're sent to the opposite side of the map, your teammates can get to them really quick. So that's always a good thing. The way I see it though, man, like I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like the hooks, I mean not the hooks, I feel like the cages, man. Well, let's continue on the cage. Let's just continue before I get into it. Another thing is that whenever you put on your second hook and it goes straight to the cage, you get a skill check. So if you don't hit the skill check, I believe that's it for you, man. I believe that's it. You died. GG. It's a GG, man. Good luck on your next trade out, next game. Another thing that is an issue, man, is that whenever you are put into a cage, it innates or it makes. It pretty much innates all the perks that you could use for being put on the hook, such as decisive strike, such as borrowed time, such as Kobeing off the hook, and all these perks, man, that survivors can be running, man. It be rendered useless, and these are 2 meta perks that are definitely on the list. So we're talking about decisive strike and borrowed time. There's a good chance that 2 perks of the survivors are just going to be useless up until that point. Woo! All right, so. The next thing on the list is going to be his mini Mori, man. Like, he has a whole mini Mori, man. Like, he's the first killer to not only get cages, but to also get a mini Mori. And a mini Mori that he can use every game. He ain't got to bring nothing to it. It's just naturally built in. He can Mori people out here. Which I believe is OP. I believe that's powerful. That's pretty darn powerful, man. For one, you ain't got to take him to... You don't have to waste a hook. You know, towards end game, whenever you start killing all people, man, you can, and they're all like piling up near the gate, and you're hooking them near the gate. Like you let's say that you got all 4 survivors near the gate. For some reason, you downed all 4. They're all near the gate. The first 3 hooks that are near the gate are no longer going to be usable, man. So usually the 4th one can probably wiggle out. That is if you don't just leave them on the ground, let in-game collapse, kill them. But what I'm saying is that it then creates a metric to where hooks aren't as powerful as they used to be, mainly because the hooks don't fall off. You can send them to a cage to die. You can Mori them to die. Like it's a total debuff of the perks. It's a total debuff of the hooks. It's a total debuff to everything that we know as survivors and or killers. So in the mini Mori in and of itself is only like a 1 second Mori. It's a very short Mori. So you can do work, man. You can Mori that person and get back to chasing, man. He's very up and go. He's very on the go, man. He has all the quirks equipped necessary to be on the go. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so we go ahead. We spoke on his ability, which was the punishment of the damned. We spoke on his torment trails. We spoke on his cages. We spoke on his mini Mori. I'm gonna go ahead and just put in my recommendations. Well, first I'm gonna go ahead and say if he's OP or not. Yes, he's OP. What makes him OP? His cages make him OP. His mini Mori makes him OP. The fact that he can walk with his torment trail and he's so powerful at loops. And what I mean by that is that you can, if a survivor's running to a loop, they can be running to a pallet, and if they're running a straight line, you can then just hit them with your power. All you gotta do is put your sword on the ground and make it seem like you're about to use your power, and they won't go toward the pallet. And your movement speed is only nerfed by 5%, which takes you down from like a Billy speed to a Hunter speed. That's nothing. That is nothing, man. That speed loss is nothing. And pretty much what I'm saying is that loop combination alone is strong as hell. The fact that they gave him a mini Mori with cages and and some tracking, it just all compounds it. It all compiles onto it. What would my recommendations be to nerf him? Cause I ain't gonna lie, he's gonna need a nerf, bruh. He needs it, man. I know we like strong killers. I know we like strong killers out the gate. I hope they don't nerf him off the rip. But I'm just saying, bruh, it's not fair for the survivors, man. Sometimes you gotta just be the bigger man and say, you know what, it's not fair. So pretty much here's gonna be my recommendations for it. My first recommendation is gonna be that the rights of judgment. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's not make that recommendation just yet. First, let's start off with the cages. I don't think there should be cages at all. But if they are gonna keep the cages, the very least you can do is make the cages just like a hook. I should be able to Kobe off a hook. I should be able to use borrowed time. I should be able to use decisive strike. So that's gonna be my first recommendation. If you ain't gonna get rid of them, which I say you get rid of them, if you ain't gonna get rid of them, I say you go ahead and at least make the perks viable again. Make perks great again, man. Next thing is that they need to be able to cleanse their torment, man. You can't just be tormented the whole game. There needs to be a way I can cleanse my torment. It has to be some counterplay. You know what I mean? It can't just be one-sided like that. The next thing is they need to remove the mini Mori, bro. No other killer in the game has a mini Mori. Why should he be the first one to have his own mini Mori, and possibly even the last one? We don't know what they're gonna do with it. Are they gonna give every killer a mini Mori? They ain't gonna give every killer a mini Mori. I feel like this makes it one-sided to where what's called Pyramid Head will be picked over other killers because he has so much good going for him. This makes him overpowered, man. Now, if they don't get rid of the mini Mori, man, I don't know what to say, bro. I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like they gotta get rid of it, man. They gotta get rid of it. Maybe the mini Mori can stay in, and what it can do is it makes you unpick-upable for 3 minutes instead of killing your ass. Maybe it'll just make you you won't be able to get picked up for 3 minutes. How about that? You get hit with like a super hindrance, and now or super hemorrhaging, and then you can't get picked up for 3 minutes. I don't feel like you should be putting taken straight out the game. My last suggestion is going to be, if he is still too overpowered, even after he took away the cages and the mini Mori, I would say, and the ability to cleanse yourself, if that's still not enough, I would say the last thing I would suggest is tweak the values of his torment trails, man. Tweak the values of the rights of judgment. Instead of making them 100 speed, man, take them down to like a nurse, or maybe even like, a survivor speed. Hell, just tweak it, man. Bring it down 5%, see how it's looking, and we'll see where it goes. Anyways, y'all, that's pretty much my suggestions for for fixing him. I also told you guys if he was OP, he definitely is OP. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you stayed through this long, you're the real MVP. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the like button, every button you can hit it, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you think he's OP. I would like to know what you guys think. Anyways, this has been your man DriftSpeaks. You can get up out the seat and move them feet. Peace.